Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to present to you today Golden Rim Resources and our flagship project in Guinea. Standard disclaimer. I'm going to jump straight into the project. This is the Kada project in Guinea. Quick sort of rundown of the highlights. Maiden resource this year, 930,000 ounces at 1.1. 72% of that resources in oxide. It's free milling, high gold recoveries up to 95 to 97%. A long strike from Anglo-Ashanti's Siguri mine, 13 million ounces to date. They're 35 k's away from us along the same mineralized belt. A little bit of a background on Guinea. Guinea's a very mining-friendly country, one of the largest exporters of bauxite in the world. Legislation that is there for the development of the mining industry, and the government are very supportive. Our current chairman has developed a bauxite mine in Guinea, so we have good experience in operating and developing in the country. The project itself is in the Siguri Basin, which I mentioned before, hosts Anglo-Ashanti's Siguri mine. It also hosts Predictive Discovery's Bankan deposit, 4.2 million ounces there. And our mineral resource here, you can see on the right-hand side this 3D model. It's 1 kilometer in length to start with, and 600 meters wide. That 600 meters is quite anomalous for the region. Most of these West African greenstone deposits are around 100 meters wide. So we're pretty thick there, and as I mentioned, 72% of it is all in shallow oxide. This is a cross-section of the resource on top of some IP geophysics. You can see there are still some anomalies there below the conceptual pit shell, which need to be drilled. So we are open a long strike across the width and underneath. Moving forward to the upside here, the resource is on a prospect called Massan, and it's outlined by the blue circle in the left-hand image. Immediately to the north and to the south of that current resource, we're seeing some intercepts that are similar grade and similar width to what's in the resource, and the only reason that these are not in the current resource is the density of drilling. So one of the first things we will do is do some more drilling along strike there and include that in the next resource update. Zooming out a little bit, the image on the right-hand side shows the location of Kada Gold Ashanti's Siguri mine, and then our project down there in the south. Anglo Gold Ashanti, over 10 kilometers of mineralized belt, have 13 million ounces. We have 15 kilometers of this mineralized belt, and in 1 kilometer of that, we've got almost 1 million ounces. That 1 million ounces sits in approximately 7% of the mineralized belt that we have. In the north of the license area, we've done some drilling at a very exciting prospect called Berico. And what's exciting about this, although it's on the same mineralized belt, the grades are much higher. So you can see some of the highlights there: 11 meters at 6.3, 10 at 5.6, 27 at 1.2. So in the next phase of drilling, we'll be coming in here and putting a resource on this, and hopefully we can stack up those high grades and have a higher grade deposit. As I mentioned before, we've done some initial met work on the oxide material, 95 to 97% recoveries in the oxide, and the image of the core on the right-hand side is from around the 100-meter mark. You can see it's still very heavily oxidized. We're right next to the Niger River, so we have good access to water. We have paved road access, just 60 kilometers from the Siguri mining center. So relatively well endowed when it comes to infrastructure. If we just have a look at some of our West African peers, Roscan and Chessa, who have similar size resources around the 1 million ounce mark, similar grades, just over 1 gram. And if you really look at both the EV value and the market cap, I mean, you'll see that we're set at about 13 million, Roscan at 73 million, and Chessa at 42 million. So I think that we're pretty undervalued at the moment. Just looking at the other deposits in cross-section, you can see how wide and thick our project is. If you look at Roscan's on the left-hand side, their oxide is nowhere near as deep as ours, and their ore body is certainly a lot skinnier. Moving away from Guinea, which is our main focus, we also hold the Kada Gold Project in Burkina Faso. It's in eastern Burkina Faso, 2 million ounces at 1.3 grams per ton. More fresh sulfide ore as opposed to the oxide we see in Guinea. And this project is currently on care and maintenance due to the security situation in Burkina Faso. We were approached in the summer by a Burkinabe company to sell this asset for 15 million US cash, which is more than our market cap. Unfortunately, that deal did fall through at the last minute, but we have recently been talking to a couple other groups who are looking into this. So we'll be looking to vend this at some point. We also have 2 projects in South America, in Chile. We have the Paguanta base metal project, small resource on that, 18.2 million ounces of 236 grams per ton silver. There is some upside there. There's some geophysics anomalies that could be drilled out. But again, with our focus on Kada, you know, we're looking at options to vend this out, probably to the North American market. The other project we have in Chile is the Loreto project. We've just recently signed a deal with Teck for them to earn up to 75% by spending $17 million on exploration. We'll retain the 25% and obviously take any ride on the exploration that Teck does and any success they have in what is a big porphyry district. Looking at us as a company, you know, we are focused on ESG and community initiatives, and in Guinea, we realize that the Kada project will become a mine and that these will be our neighbors. So we have a number of initiatives, most recently buying textbooks and notebooks for the local school children, sponsoring sports teams, and it's something that we will continue as we move forward with the project. What are we looking like for the next 6 months? Well, we're planning a 15,000 meter drill program, which will commence shortly. That will be focused on expanding the current resource at Massan, as well as getting a maiden resource up at Berico. We'll also use that drilling to do some more general exploration along the belt. By Q2, that drilling will have finished. We will have got the results back, and we'll be putting out a couple more mineral resource updates. And then we'll be really taking stock and strategizing then about what do we have, how big can this truly be, and what is the next step? Do we move forward to scoping study or continue the drilling for more exploration ounces? Quick look at the capital structure, 12 million market cap. It's actually a little bit lower than that today. Just over 1 million in the bank. Very tightly held, only 314 million shares on issue, and the top 20 shareholders of the company hold 56%. So just a few investment highlights. Almost 1 million ounces in the ground in Guinea with excellent metallurgy and mining attributes. More drilling imminent, and you know, I can guarantee more ounces are going to be added to that inventory. Pathway forward to development on that project. I mean, it works as it is now, but we want to make it bigger. And then we have the vendable assets in Burkina and also in Chile, which offer us potential near-term money in the bank. Thank you.